Alright, so I'm going to show y'all different things, different projects and crafts you can do with just the single crochet stitch. So on the last video, I showed y'all how to make a rag or a pot holder if you want to put this on the table and then put your hot dish on it, you know, that type of thing. So here's our rags that we made. These coordinate and match together. You could do, we've also done the headbands. So you can also, with just this one stitch, just depending on how many chains you make, on how long, you can also do, this is a baby blanket. Stand up to see the whole thing. This is a baby blanket. This is just doing a longer thing, but you're still doing single crochet all the way down, chaining one, turn, chaining one, turn, chaining one, turn. This I just changed colors. And then I made even a bigger blanket, and this is all with that single crochet stitch. So once you learn that stitch and you get it coordinated down to where you feel comfortable, you can do different projects. So I'm going to show you another thing that y'all can choose to make. You can make a bunch of these rags for your display to go off to show your talents on what you've done for the end of the year, or you can do a bunch of different color headbands. It's just how many stitches do you want to cross. So this one we're going to make a purse today, and I've already done it. I'm not going to show you how to do the single crochet stitch because you've already known how to do them because we've been doing them all year so far. So this, Isabel actually did this one. We've just made it really long because we're going to fold it up. She made it for my phone, but she's using my phone to record me, so we're going to use this notepad as a measuring tool. So for this, you imagine this is my phone. This is actually too wide, but anyways, you would want to make sure that there's a little bit of extra space on either side, and then you want it long enough to where you can fold up and also fold down just to overlap a little bit for a flap, and eventually we're going to sew a button onto this to close it. So there's no pattern for it. You just, whatever you want to fit inside of it, just measure it. Lay the item down and just keep going back and forth and measuring to see however many chains you made, if that's going to be long enough. So this one happens to be, if we count our knots going across, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 stitches across, and the rows are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 12, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 68, 70, 72, 74. So this is 16 stitches wide by 74 rows. Okay, so that makes you enough to do a flap, and then you have a purse. You could also change it. Maybe if you wanted, if you didn't want a flap, maybe you want a long purse. You can fold it in half this way and stitch it up, and then do a chain link for a bag, and you can have a little purse. Once you stitch that bottom up, you could have a little purse that you could fit things in. If you did it that way, you would stitch. I'm going to show you how to slip stitch it closed, but you would slip stitch down the side and down this side, and then chain however long you want your purse to dangle down off of you. So right now we're just going to do this one with, let me see. I know, I wish I had the phone, but you're recording me. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to slip stitch. So right now, in order to get a button, we're going to stitch one more row. And then I'll show you a little trick. So we're going to chain one, turn. Since this is 16 inches, 16 links across, we're going to single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about halfway down. And then we're going to chain, just chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see, and then skip 1. Let's see if that'll be a big enough loop for our button to go in. This is going to be our buttonhole. That should be good.
Yeah.
So chain, what did I do? 4?
4.
Chain 4, and then we're going to skip a stitch. We're going to skip that next one. We're going to go to the next one over. Skip that one and go to the next one. And single crochet. Okay, so that gives us a loop for our button to go through. All right, and then just single crochet all the way down again. And make sure we get that last one on the end. All right, and then we're going to cut. Pull. There we go. And then we'll hide that in there, but once you fold it up, you can see that we have, that's where our button can attach. All right, now I'm going to show you how to slip stitch the sides. All right, so to slip stitch, we want to measure our phone or whatever item we're going in to make sure we have enough room to have the flap. We're going to line up our dips and our valleys. You can see the dip, valley, dip, or the dips and hills. Okay, we're going to get a piece of string. We're just going to wrap it around like this and just go through the holes, match them all up, and go through both ends. Okay, where is the hole? There we go. All right, I'm going to pull it through. And since this is our first one, we're just going to make a chain. Okay, there we go, and then pull that tail in tight. And we're going to slip stitch all the way up through all of these holes. We go through both sides, lining it all up, slip stitching, so we're going to pull through everything. Okay, doing that again, finding our next one, next hole through the back side, pull through everything. Okay, we're going to do that all the way up the sides, slip stitching through it all, pulling through everything, and that's sewing it shut. Okay, I will meet you at the end. Here I've slip stitched all the way down. We have just one more little thing. We don't want to go all the way down because remember we have that flap, so we're only slip stitching to the end right before our flap. So we have one more to slip stitch through, pulling through everything, and there we have it. So we're going to cut our string enough to where, and then just chain that one and pull it all the way through. So that seals off that end. We're going to do the same thing on the other end, just like we did that side, slip stitching all the way down. Okay, finish that up on doing both sides, and I will come back and show you how to tuck in these ends. All right, we've slip stitched up both sides, so now they're sealed together. We have a little pouch you can poke through there. Now I'm going to teach you how to hide your stitches in. These are really easy. They're really cheap. I think they're like $1 for a pack of like 5 of them at Walmart. And they're good for hiding stitches. If you don't have these, you can also just use a smaller hook. But you thread your string through. I didn't get all the, like this. And then you can just poke it through all the way down the sides. Just pick some, hide it in here. Let me do my right hand. Not very good with my left. It's not, there we go. Oh, no, I didn't get in just going to go in this thing here underneath these. Oh my gosh.
Use a different
one. We're a bunch of amateurs here. Just ignore us. Anyways, just keep wiggling it down and then poke it out somewhere. There you go. And then just pull your needle through. Oh my gosh, these are so tight. Okay, that's
use my mouth.
You use your teeth?
Yep. Because it's so hard. That's right, one of them.
Okay, let's do this one. I'm just going to pick a few then, since this is being aggravating on me. Pick this stitch. Pick this stitch. It doesn't really matter where you go. Just pick a few to weave in and out to hide your tail. We're going to go through those. Oh, shoot. There you go. See, that kind of hides those. And then you can keep going down and then snip. And do that for all of these little tags that you have. Just hide them in. Alright, so now we're going to do our chain stitch just to make it how long we want it to hang down. You can either keep it like this, where it's inside out. This is how Isabel says she likes it, so I'm going to keep it like this. Or you can flip it inside out and do it this way as well. Isabel doesn't like the way that looks, so we're just going to keep it flat like this. Alright, so once again, you're going to come in here, right where your flap is, on the edge of your flap. Let's go in here. We'll take both of these together. Add your string in. Whoops. Just pull that through. And remember, since we're at the beginning, we're just going to chain one on there. Pull back on your tail. And then start chaining. However long you want it to hang on your body. Okay? This is your strap. Alright, so I can only change this much because I cut my string and that's as far as I'm going to be able to chain it, but you can chain it as long as you want your purse to be. Once you've chained, you're going to come back down here and get right into that end piece, right where you slip stitched them together. And we're going to slip stitch that again in there. So pull through everything. Alright, then chain one and pull all the way through. And once again, you're going to hide that tail with there. And then you can sew on your button. You would sew your button on to this front part right here, so your button can fit on there. But there you go. You have a purse. Ta-da!